Sanbonani, Siposihle Sithole, and I'm back with another video. So today I have a little old video of what happened between IFP and ANC. Now this is a reminder. This is a reminder to us as Black South African, on how they destabilized us in the past. It's very important to know your past. It's very true because they always say history will always repeat itself. I got nothing against white people. I got nothing against Indian people. I'm just the only purpose I'm making these videos is just to remind my people, because of I live amongst my people. My people are like they forget easily. They easily forget about everything. So yeah, before I talk so much, I'll leave a comment after this video. So if you are young, please don't watch this video because they are graphic. So let's get to it. Okay, these people are the Zulus. This is the IFP. So remember, the Afrikaners gave KZN independence before South Africa got independence. So I think they realized that Zulu people are warriors, so that's where they gave them independence. History has its place. History will always repeat itself. So it's better if we look out for the signs, look out for everything, so that history won't repeat itself the way it did, so we know how to respond. So yeah, let's continue. The people who are attacking the Zulu people now are the locals of Kagiso, people who are staying in the townships, the residents. So the Zulu IFP were staying in the hostels. The hostels were the place, the resident were only male workers, Zulu workers from KZN were located in the townships. Do you understand? So they took Zulus from KZN, then placed them in the township. They only placed male because they were mine workers. Zulu men were mine workers. That's where they were working at Johannesburg, then send money home to KZN. KZN was different from us in the township in Johannesburg. So in Johannesburg, it's where apartheid was happening. Mostly here in Johannesburg, mostly in Gauteng. That's where apartheid happened the most because that's where most people were. So let's continue.
Put another gas in. Put another gas in. What? Last thing. Hey, man. What am I saying? Klein. What about that fucking camera, eh? They'll never shoot the Inkatas. But they are able to shoot us, the students here. If they say disperse, disperse. If we don't disperse, they shoot us. But they are unable to shoot those guys. If they say disperse, they won't disperse, and they are not going to shoot them.
But disarm, Baba.
Yeah. It's useless. They can't disarm those people. They just give them weapons.
So do you see what's happening? Do you see what's happening? The police are escorting the Zulus to kill the people in the township because you know why? They were destabilizing the economy. They were the ones who were destabilizing the economy more than they were the threats more than the Zulus. The Zulus came just to work in Johannesburg in the mines. That's why they were staying in hostels. There were no wives there. So that's how they structured it. I don't blame Zulus. I don't blame people from the township. But this was a strategic move from the Afrikaners. This was a strategic move to only bring men, not the whole family. Because if you bring the whole family, you got a lot to worry about. So they kept the Zulus on the edge to fight because of they would rarely see their women, children. So yeah. So people from the township were destabilizing the economy because they were close to the Johannesburg CBD. Because and the Johannesburg, it's where our capital is, where the money is. Even today, Johannesburg is still the money, the cash money of South Africa. So our people in township were the one who were taking things from white people, like cars, housebreaking, make sure they make big crimes so like they can take money. That's where the high started, the cash in transit. They started bombing the banks. They started, because they realized they wouldn't go head to head with the Boers. So that's the only way they could destabilize it, to make it ungovernable in the township, in everywhere. Then also trying to make it ungovernable in their places, because even they would put securities. Black people still would do whatever they want to do just to make sure, because of most of our black people in the township were ANC members. So they were MK, the others were MK. Like my uncle was in the MK. So he was staying in the township. So let's continue. Let's continue with the video. These are the hostels. Do you see where the police are defending? These are the hostels. These are the house. They still look like this till today. When you see places like this, they are hostels. No, that's where Zulu, even today, Zulu people are still staying at the hostels. Not all of them, but majority, 90 to 95% is Zulu people. So let's continue. You see these guys, they know they are putting us against each other. You can see what they're saying. Even you can hear what they're saying, but you can see.
Ik heb ook in die ingeding als nat.
They say he's covered
No, he's
in
been
plastics.
identified by this.
Ja, maar wait, who is bringing that report?
The people who've been inside and also the people from the press who were inside the hostel.
What place is that?
You see, the apartheid government hated the press, hated the truth. They hated the press. They didn't want anything to do with the press.
We have been living with the hostel dwellers. We have our community structures right inside the hostel that have been operating with us for quite long years. And we've never had any tribal conflict in this particular township. And we can never even look at this thing as a tribal war. I'm a Zulu. We've got so many other people who are Zulu speaking, and who are now in the leadership of this community, and we've never had this kind of a thing.
You're a Zulu.
Yes, I am a Zulu. In Natal, for example, all the people living in Natal are Zulu-speaking people, and this fight has been going on. So we cannot say it's a tribal war going on in Natal, but it is a war generated by the system, to destabilize all the progressive forces that are trying to come up with a solution.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Let me just repeat this, what this lady just said.
But it is Zulu. Got so many other particular townships right inside the
Wait.
We have been living with the hostel dwellers. We have our community structures right inside the hostel that have been operating with us for quite long years. And we've never had any tribal conflict in this particular township. And we can never even look at this thing as a tribal war. I'm a Zulu. We've got so many other people who are Zulu speaking, and who are now in the leadership of this community, and we've never had this kind of a thing.
You're a Zulu.
Yes, I am a Zulu. In Natal, for example, all the people living in Natal are Zulu-speaking people, and this fight has been going on. So we cannot say it's a tribal war going on in Natal, but it is a war generated by the system, to destabilize all the progressive forces that are trying to come up with a solution.
You hear that? This lady broke it down like I was understanding it. This is not the fight. They trying to make it like we were fighting against each other. That's what most African people are facing even today. They believe that they made the system made them believe that, yeah, you can have a problem with certain person who's a Zulu, who happens to be a Zulu. But it doesn't mean Zulu people are bad people. You can meet the most respectful Zulu people in the world. Like, you never got to respect. Like, Zulu people are so respectful. The other side of them is as extreme as the respect they give you. When they fight you with the heart all out. That's why you can understand why our commissioner, who's from Natal, acts ruthlessly with the criminals in Natal, because that's the spirit of the people. It's all or nothing. So yeah, let's continue.
Yeah, timani la mkhukhu yabona loya. Ufuna namanzi. Timeni ufuna namanzi ucime la mkhukhu ngoba izawuduza baba. Lokutya phambili. Lo uzothisa umuntu. Yeah.
These are the Xhosa people. If you're from America or wherever you're from, if you had that language in South Africa that had the clicks, these are the Xhosa people. So if you know the Blacker the Berry by Kendrick Lamar, when he say, it's funny how the Zulu and Xhosa might go to war, two tribal homies wanna build and destroy, something like that. So these are the Xhosa people. You see, they also wear blankets.
a pen in the field when I tried to run away. You see, they were trying to do. I come back. I hide myself in the boot of a car somewhere around the corners here.
How many Nkatagas were deported?
It was played. I couldn't even see no one. I left my kids. I come back later. My wife was crying when I was out. I just come out of my house running away. I got nothing even now. They burnt everything in my house. This is life. It's how the new South Africa goes like. We don't mind.
Ba re go sena tšhelete ra go bola ka re le mpolelang ka go nna ke itse sepe se se ediwang ba re so se se kana se le setsa mo mosheng go bidikeng ra rona ra etsa sepe batho ba bikuku ba batho nnafa ke matsadi magetla kana ke matsadi ke betswa ke bana ba mozolo ka dithobane itlela go fela ke ge maburu a tswa go dinkwana ka dihipo ba tlo ba mo tlhagedi ba ba go bokantsena ke ba le bona ebe
Now what did I group by groups? Yeah, to put us together. Anyone was coming out. Mama yobona wo brother bethu benzeni. Babashaya bashanga mazembe. Bakhona baphethe izibhamba bayashaya. Mabakuthi bakushaya mess awu net. If they find that they shoot you and you are still alive, the other boys they come with the axe and pangas. They push you. The hands. Our brothers are it is very badly. It's bad. I'm even thinking to resign to Johannesburg.
So you see, they were destabilizing us. So the new South Africa, so that's what happened in the 80s when we go into the 90s. That's what was happening. The apartheid government started to destabilize us before, because it had the external pressure and internal pressure, and it lost Mozambique. It lost. What was the other? Namibia, if I'm not mistaken, because of it. The South African government was also in charge of Namibia. Zambia or Namibia, between one of those countries. So they were losing their power. So they understood that. So they had to divide us and make us ungovernable before they can hand us the power. So they can suck the resources as much as they can, so they can make us fight together like it is today in the DRC. They wanted to unstabilize us. So let's continue.
No, we're just waiting for them.
What's happening here today?
We heard that they are coming to our hostel.
So where are you going now?
No, we want to meet them.
What are you going to do when you meet them?
You know yourself. It's a fight.
Okay, come on.
We are fighting. Yes.
Where are you going
No.
now?
We are going to meet them.
Who are you?
Oh, well, I don't want to identify myself.
Not your name, what's your organization?
Oh, we are Zulus. We are Zulus.
Sure.
Yes.
person. They just walk into the neighborhood and kill the person. Look. Look how intimidating that truck is. That's a military truck. It runs over the bricks. Yeah, you know what? I don't know if in Palestine this is what they were facing. If it is, oh, that's the worst. That's the worst. That's the worst. I've seen American movies on their segregation, and they've got their fair share. But in South Africa, this is the worst. This is the worst. This is the they wouldn't even call the fire extinguisher to turn down the fire. That's how cruel these people were. They just left the house burning. They just took what they took, a dead body, put it in a truck. That's what they do. And maybe they're collecting 50 more bodies in that day with that one truck. Take them to the mortuary. That's why they at the top of the truck. They don't get in the truck. They stand on top to intimidate us. Before we get into this is Soweto. This is where this is my place. This is where I grew up. This is Jabulani. So yeah, I know this one better because my father told me he was there. My uncle died, but died after this. But he had things to do with the things that happened here. My family told me that when he died, the news came, but I can't find them. I can't find the clip. They said my grandma talked to the news when he died by the grenade. That was after 94. But here he was from Zambia. He was from Zambia in exile to train for MK. He came back home and there was a war amongst our people orchestrated by the apartheid government. So let's get to it. If they see you have a nice house, you're trying to do something for yourself, they use their jealousy to intimidate the township, but it's not gonna go so well in Soweto. Look, they are being escorted with axes by the South African National Defence Force, by the security company and by the police. They are accompanying these people to the townships to kill other black people. They are accompanying them. As crazy as it sounds, yeah, but it happened. So yeah, let's go. Look how shy are the black cops. Look. They are very shy. They have recruited black people to kill other black people. My mother used to stay here in Jabav, in White City, in these houses. That's where I was born. He said he saw everything. He saw everything. At least 13 Soweto residents were killed and 18 injured. 5 IFP members were killed by the grenades. So, my uncle, my mother and everybody in my family told me that my uncle was one of those people that threw the grenades. So I still want to find the video of police and SAP interviewing her. I'm not sure if it's true or false. I don't know, but that's what they told me. They told me that he was one of those people. Unfortunately, RIP, he died. He was a real hero. You see what's happening now. When the people are trying to go to the hostel to do what they did to them, the cops are stopping them. Do you see what's happening? This was orchestrated violence to make other people very, very angry. Then when it's time for them to defend themselves, then you stop them. other videos, did you see this thing happened? Did you see so many forces try to stop people? Did you see this type of energy? They wanted Zulu people to conquer other black people in the townships to destabilize us. And this was before Mandela was released. Maybe 2 years or 1 year from there, Mandela was released. But the violence didn't stop. So yeah, thanks for the people who made this video. So now is my time to make the full comment. So black people, bantu basemzansi, it's time for us to wake up. Every time there's a progressive force, there will be something that will make us fight against each other. We've seen this before. Whether it's militarily, politically, economically, we've seen this before. Why are we still playing the same game? We've seen this before. Or don't you study your history? If you don't study your history, I had to teach you. So my people, please, let's see the bigger picture here. Let's never limit our vision to smaller things, because you saw what happened. I don't trust any organization that is supported by the white capitalist that will fix the problems that it has done to our people. That's what I feel. Maybe someday I'll be proven wrong. Maybe my views on how it's still happening in South Africa. Maybe one day, maybe I'm complaining. Maybe that will be the fact. Don't show me 10 rich black people that are linked to the politicians that are rich. No. Is it the country working for its people? Is it working for the ones that are working? The ones that are making this country run? Does this country feed us as we feed it? Or it's just jumping and spitting on our grandfathers' graves? Playing with the intelligence of our Zulu people. I think they played them for a dummy. They wanted to play Zulu people because the Zulu people were outnumbered, outgunned, because people in townships where different people, Xhosa, Zulu, Sotho, and they were ANC, most of them. And most of them, they were feel to be forced to be ANC so that they can have the ammunition, so they can defend themselves and their families and their loved ones. So guys, before I end this video, please, South African, know your history. History is very important so you can see what's happening. Stop insulting our intelligence. Stop insulting our intelligence by corruption, by being used again. Please. I know my Zulu people, I love my Zulu people. I know at that time they were misinformed. And they also wanted to establish themselves. But now we should look at the bigger picture that we are one person. And I'm glad South Africa doesn't have tribalism. We love each other in South Africa. You might have a problem with few Sotho people, few Zulu people. But mostly, it doesn't mean whole Zulu people are fighting whole Xhosa people. It doesn't happen anymore. That's what I'm proud of about my people. Just to show that this thing was orchestrated. It never happened. It never ever happened again. So, my fellow African people, South Africans, know our history. Thank you. Please tell me on your comment what do you think about South African history, and also tell me what do you really think about how can we handle the destabilization that's happening economically right now, because of this fight we are fighting right now. It's economical. So economically, you won't see it if you are on the ground. You also feel it when it comes to jobs, everything. And we are feeling it that most black people are unemployed and unemployable. Some of them. And it's very hard. So, yeah, thank you.